All right, traders, we might as well get started here. I mean, there's quite a bit going on. This week has been a lot of Wall Street bets plays, a lot of hype. People trying to pump up a lot of these random plays. So we do have a few plays this morning. I'm kind of meh about the ATNF. Didn't catch that either. Good work, MG, on several of your trades today. ICCM giving sloppy seconds so far. Good call there. Wow, really good sloppy seconds. $1.50 down to 120 right there. I'm looking for the next leg up to short into that. Right now, as I pointed out to you guys in chat, I'm in IXHL. I started this one on the short side, 97 entry so far. It really had an elevator down move. It looked like an offering kind of play right there with that elevator down 173 down into the 50s. So, man, that one, it looked like an offering type of move, but I didn't see an offering come out on it. But I'm leaning backside. Looking at the chart, it's kind of bear flagging up. I like it against really ultimately back up to where a lot of these longs are going to be underwater into the 130s ish. So I plan on hitting that one again. I just got a couple hundred on it, 97 right now. If it pops up out of the gates, I'll smack it again. Let's flip through. There have been a few really good plays, like this OCTO curled up and gave a short against a lot of its consolidation area in the 240s. So that one wasn't looking bad. ICCM right now, it's kind of holding up. I mean, it's up from $1 and trying to hold the 20s right now. Phase 3 stock, yeah, that was ABVX. Atom Boy Victor Xylophone. That one's still going sideways, floating up here. It's turned into a, yeah, I mean, oftentimes you see profit taken on these. I mean, they don't just sit up here like this, but floating up here still. 600, 700% up. So, well, we gotta trade the price action there. Well, I mean, it is heavy. It is right now looking a little heavy under the previous close, which is 69.76. I mean, we could see that one slowly profit take against the previous close. I like it with you. Perfect fall in the building. And Kevin Hawthorne from Lakeland, Florida. We got the crew. We got the crew here on this Friday. And thank you guys for jumping over to that Trade the Pool live stream yesterday. We had a good time over there, just talking psychology of trading. I think so, Fades. All right, ICCM curling back up to its 150 mark right now. I got to get that one loaded up. Because a next leg on up, I may start getting involved here. Kind of a slow scale like MG's been doing on a few of these plays this morning. Looking left of the chart, ICCM, I mean, I see 166. Let me see what she's going to do here real quick. It's not up a ton right now, $1 to $1.50. I mean, what is that, 50%? So it's ICCM is not entirely a low flip play either. 35 million. It's upper shadow there against 150. But yeah, if we look left, ICCM, $1.66 is what I'm seeing. $1.60, $1.70 is really strong on it. I mean, it could pop over that and then form the upper shadow like we like. So we could eyeball ICCM for that. Back in the green today. Daily goal, and nah, you're not out. I don't believe it. You'll find something here. Just reduce the risk a little bit. If you see a good trade you like, just size down a little bit. But good job being green. Trying to get there with you today. My aggravation this week is, dude, I'm on like 9, okay, 10, 11, 12, 13. Out of the last 13 trading days, I've been green 12 of them. But the one red day was pretty big. So the elevator down move, as Perfect Fall would say. So I'm really looking for a decent green day here. I mean, it's just not, I haven't got a decent green day this week. Just been like 50, 50, 50. looking to have a decent. My best green day on the eval so far has been $300. I'm looking for something like that. Let's get the party going here. Granted, everything worked that day. All right, ICCM. If I don't top tick some of these plays, it'll be all right. ICCM, I'm looking for that next leg up. It's headed up there right now towards 150. We may get that 150 break. Cheap and not up a ton. Yeah, it's really not up like that much. What's the news on it? They were featured at a Japanese Breast Cancer Society conference. Positive clinical data shows a 99% recurrence-free rate with their drug. 0% breast cancer, local recurrence. Wins the best breast cancer award. Very cool. Okay, a couple backside plays we can take a look at. Let me get my hydration in. OCTO, perhaps. It hit resistance at 240. I mean, 240 is kind of the risk on it. Any kind of a pop on that back up to to that risk would be nice. Would be ideal getting in closer to that risk for a backside play. OCTO. This was a hangover setup. I'm not too sure how much meat is left here. XFOR. This is a hangover play. It hit the magic 20-cent area yesterday, and it's very light in volume after hours pre-market, which I like. I guess one of the variables I don't like on X4 is we are at like all-time lows. $25 has been a landslide down here. So, I mean, it could attract some investors coming into this, but sitting right there at the previous close, the risk would be a move back up towards that 215 area. So I'm eyeballing that one. Let me see if there's another hangover. Oh, MCVT heavy against 320 and pulled back. BE was interesting, but it's an energy play. I don't really like playing with that sector too much. BKR had a day 2 leg up. I still am interested here. I mean, I pretty much broke even on this trade yesterday on the short, but the trend line is on BKR is way down at like 38, and we had a massive leg up the last 2 days off of it. I mean, I just imagine we could see some profit taking on this name, BKR. I may re-stab at it again this morning. It's kind of a day 2 hangover. All right, and then IXHL, I still plan on hitting that one on a short, on a pop, up towards the 120 area of a single entry there right now. And then Fade's pointing out ABVX, which definitely we could see that one start to pull back off of the previous close of 70. I still think this one could pull back down to like into the 50s. All right, ICCM has been met with 150s, kind of holding up as some tough resistance. Dude, when I went over to trade the pool, LHAI, this IPO, look what this thing was doing. I just saw that this morning. LHAI halt up like 4 times, and then from 22 all the way back down to 420. Wow, man. I'm glad, dude. Oh, I didn't go over it. LiDAR. Yeah, let me do that. LiDAR is actually a play today. LIDR is up a lot. Okay, so LIDR, I was kind of back and forth. I was a little disappointed in myself. I posted my charts on X yesterday and went over the P&L. LiDAR, yeah, I got scared out of this one. But the conviction's getting a little stronger here. I wasn't sure today if we were going to try to bounce off this, 270s or not, where it's been double, triple bottoming at. But this nice pop from 310 up to 4 this morning may actually help it to confirm backside here, because we rejected that 4 pretty hard, and that's where a lot of people were stuck. And so they were able to get their exits. I mean, I could see this thing now that it's tested that area a couple times. I could see it being backside, but let me know your thoughts. But yeah, LiDAR, I kind of like this one for a continuation fade. Perfect fall LiDAR is what burned you yesterday. Yeah, in pre-market. You started it too early, right? You and MG, I think, both got started a little early on it. That is why I size these things like usually, and it gets frustrating because then when I get frustrated to the point where I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna start them with like a couple hundred shares now because I literally keep nailing like the top. That's why I like to start them with real small, like 50 shares, because if it goes up, another point or so, and I'm planning on scaling into it to that couple hundred share position, dude, I'm getting the top. I've been getting the top on so many of them, so that's why I'm having small days, because I'm starting it and then they're working out, so it gets aggravating. I guess it's still money on the way, but need to not get frustrated by that. Okay, let's VLCN spiking right now. 918 News. 918 News just came out. Volcon initiates strategic Bitcoin treasury strategy. There's that strategic word that's in every headline. And expands share repurchase authorization up to $100 million. This thing just made a massive move up to 40 something the other day. VLCN. VLCN 59. All right, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. VLCN. I like it against like 25. Let's see where she goes. So many of these things have been getting rejected so hard. It just started, and it's real thin right now, so. Got 10 minutes till the market opens up. VLCN all the way back down to 15. This one's very thin and got a decent spread to it, so to be mindful of that. Sizing, scaling is key, as Fade's pointed out. We're not getting a lot of sustained action this morning, though. So I understand like why you guys would hit yesterday like LIDR kind of early, because this morning, man, like even like so many of these plays already in pre-market this morning, it just been getting slammed. Like the ATNF, the ATNF slam. IXHL at 103 now. Who's buying this thing? I like this chart IXHL quite a bit. I am gonna lean into it a little bit. really probably against that like 120s area. So if we get a pop up into like the 110, probably going to hit it again. All right, VLCN, that one having some trouble. Having a little bit of trouble. Let's get some hangovers, some fresh pumps. We'll be here. We don't miss anything in here in the green team. We don't miss anything. It's just a matter of we don't miss anything visually. We may miss it with our entries. Don't miss it visually. Yeah, IXHL, bull trap and rinse. Yeah, I mean, there are shorts trapped here too, but I mean, how far are they going to run this thing is the question. And we're going to open up. On the daily chart, we're opening up right below some major resistance. I mean, dude, this thing yesterday, look, it tapped this ceiling. It tapped the ceiling, 163. Oh my God, dude, that was perfect liquidity zone on IXHL. It's just perfect. Rejected off of that, but now we're under some major resistance. OCTO, you pointed out, fades. I like that one too. I'd like a pop up closer to 220 to get involved there. So I'm going to keep my eyes on OCTO for that. X4 is a hangover, so I'm going to be monitoring that maybe for a pop as well. It's kind of sitting 1-to-1 right now, XFOR. LIDR, I like this one against that move that it just made. That move up to 4. Yeah, I might size back a bit and give it some room up there. And then BKR, hangover, ABVX. ABVX potentially as well, like a slow sleeper fade. Because here's ABVX. I mean, we're sitting heavy under a couple previous clotheslines right now. You know what? I might just throw a position on ABVX. Yeah, I'm just going to I'm going to sprinkle some shares, 10 shares over there, ABVX, and just kick back with it. Risk is going to be back up towards like up and over 70, 20s, 71-ish. I'm going to give her another shot. Emmanuel, let's all get green today. Yes. Let's do it. Focused on the green. 5 minutes till the market opens up. LHAI is screaming on the scans. Let me take a look at that. No. She ain't screaming. I need you to scream. You want to see how it reacts right there, ABVX? Yeah, I get that. Sometimes they snap right out of the gates. I like to have just a small position before the open sometimes. All right, I mean, we pretty much have our game plan down here. If anybody's just now jumping in, let me know if you need to hear it. So I'm going to be flipping through the watch list and seeing pretty much what comes to us. Man, ICCM would have been so much better, if she would have gave us a little bit more meat there, because she wasn't up that much. She's already been pulling back, so this is what we're seeing a lot of. James in the building. What's going on? Yeah. Uh-oh. God, you were tilted yesterday, weren't you? What tilted you? I forget what tilted you, but yeah, I you were displaying some good discipline. You were like, I'm gonna step away. And you didn't, did you? Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, dude. Like I I'm proud of the 12 out of 13 green days, but the one red, man, like that's why risk reward doesn't really matter. Like there's people with a 20% win rate, but they are real disciplined with their losers. That's why I reduced my daily drawdown to $200 because I'm like, I know when I get tilted, whew, it's hard to step away. I get so angry. After multiple top ticks, the blood is boiling. All right, LIDR is popping up a little bit. That could give us an entry. For the rest of these trades, I'm going to wait for the market to open to see what's going to happen. So right now I'm in 2. IXHL starter. A pop there. I'm going to add some shares into it. And then ABVX in for a slow little bleed today in profit taking. I'm going to try it again. James locked in today. Yeah, let's let the trades come to us. We got our watch list. Let's see what's going to happen. See what else is going to pop up on the scans. If there's not going to be like, if none of these moves are going to make, that large of a percentage gain like this ICCM before it starts just dying off, man, it's going to be hard to make much today because unless you start your positions heavier, I don't think I'm going to do that. Dude, H2 MG hit this morning. This thing has got a beautiful head and shoulders, man. I was tempted to take this and on that head and shoulders. HTOO, yeah. Left shoulder, right shoulder, 820. Right on $8.20. Gotcha, fades. Yeah, LIDR being that if there's nothing else up, I get what you're saying. Like all the momentum could swing back over there if nothing else is going to sustain. And there's really nothing else holding up right now in small cap land. So I could see that LIDR. I get what you're saying there. Because small caps they're all about momentum shifts, guys. You got to understand that. Like if momentum dies somewhere, it's those traders flock they all flock like a herd of cows. Flock of geese. Yeah, they all go to the same place. All right, let's get this party started. Got my starters. Starters on IXHL, ABVX. And party is about to start, guys. So let's get focused. And good alerts this morning. Keep the alerts up. Because this week's been a distracting kind of week. So ABVX, I'm going to go ahead and set a stop there at like 71. I'd be annoyed if I stop out of this one again. Okay, IXHL is just kind of kicking back right there around the entry price. Let's flip through. LIDR getting a little spike. I may start LIDR, guys. I'm really tempted to. LIDR, I think I'm going to go for it. I'm going to start it with 75, just kind of small here. 75 shares starter LIDR, pretty much against the $4 area. $4 is what I'm eyeballing on LIDR. OCTO is given a position. Okay, I'm going to set some stops because I really don't want to tunnel in on anything. You set the stop and refocus my attention. IXHL, no stop there because I want to hit that again if it pops up. All right, let's see OCTO. OCTO, I'm waiting for a little bit of a pop there. The risk for me is going to be 220 on that move. ICCM dead. X4 hangover is pulling back. MCVT snapping out of the gates. LIDR, so far so good. Popped up towards that resistance and pulling back. And BKR. BKR is the other hangover I wanted to potentially start. BKR. Yeah, I am going to start BKR as well. Yeah, I'm starting BKR. I'm going to put a stop there too. Hangover play. Day 2 was the leg for this one. Put the stop. And setting the stop there. IXHL sitting over $1 right now. $1.06. I'm going to go ahead and just hit it again a little bit. Hit it again a little bit. LIDR is working out. IXHL, the risk guide there is up and over 120. Like it to stay heavy against 120. H2 halted up. Okay, H2's got a lot of resistance overhead. The halt up there, I mean, there's a lot of resistance overhead H2. I'm going to throw it on the watch list. I think there's potential here against really like 850. 820 are the shoulders. All right, so let's get good eye there. Let's monitor that. Octo is heavy right now. Did pop up to 2. This one could just be a slow fade, Octo. I definitely could see this one slowly fading. I kind of want to get involved there. All right, IXHL not working yet. LiDAR is looking good. LiDAR, I'm happy I hit that one. IXHL, man, dude. Why is it the one? It's the one I'm going to apply the most risk to that's not going to work out. Yeah, Octo, I'm thinking about Octo on the short. Yeah, the X4 hangover worked. All right. SOWG. I'm going to look at the scanner real quick, too, to see if anything's screaming. SOWG popping up. Had a nice climb yesterday. It's probably worth throwing on the watch list. SOWG. LiDAR does look heavy. I'm thinking about, like, even leaning into that one. IXHL, dude. What a POS. All right, IXHL. I'm going to smack this one again up here. Average is not great on it right now. So the stop's got to be for me. All right, it's coming close to the 200 day. 200 days at 119. This is really a good place to be getting involved with it. LIDR sitting in the 40s. IXHL kind of surprising me with this move. Can't marry this thing though. This is a straight up move she just put in. Tapping the 200 day, a lot of resistance here. It is a good place to get involved with it. I could have started it a little early, so just be mindful. It's not a bad place to get involved with it. Smacking into the mid-20s. Bull trap. Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm just trying to figure out how much risk it deserves for me. I like it to the point where I could get kind of reckless with it. Okay, flipping through. H2 is still halted up. Yeah, Octo lower. Good call there. BKR just slow. That's heavy under VWAP though. And ABVX hit the previous close and pulled back, so that's kind of a sleeper play that looks to be working out too. My average is so bad on IXHL relative to where it's at is the annoyance for me. But I really like that one. It just tapped the 200-day moving average as well. LiDAR in the 330s. Let me look at that chart. LiDAR looks heavy, guys. She looks heavy. She popped up to 350, but still looking pretty heavy right now. Do I lean it? Because it still has quite a bit of room to drop. That's what I'm considering. Yeah, good job for those more patient on IXHL. Fades called it perfectly. H2 popped up. That one's out of the halt. H2. I'm gonna turn my attention there for a second. H2. I'm thinking about starting it against 10. Yeah, if we can get IXHL to work out after sizing into it, dude, it's going to be great. Could be a great day. Could be a great day. All right, IXHL, or H2 is holding up here. I'm looking for a next leg up, like to 850 to start the short position here. All right, I'm starting H2. Starting H2, just small. Planning on hitting it again up towards 10. IXHL down to 104, 105. Let's see what she's going to do down here. Man, I'm in 5 names right now. Trying to commentate. A little overwhelming. All right, H2. Let's see where she's going to go from here. All right, H2. A little bit of a snap there, guys. This is exactly what I talked about with my starter positions. I start H2, it works out. I size into IXHL, and then that one, she's doing all right now, IXHL. Some of you guys caught that at a buck 20 and you're in the money right now, so good job. LIDR been bouncing off the 330s. You're stabbing at it on along there. I get it. I get it. HTOO, what you doing? All right, 850 is kind of holding up right now, HTOO. I may hit it again and just risk like high day. I was about to. Pulling back in a little bit. Okay, I really don't want to tunnel here. Let me set the stop and then putting a stop at $9 just so I can look at some other tickers. All right, let me look at IXHL, see what she's doing. IXHL trying to bounce off of a 105 line I got mapped out. 120 did hold up. Magic 20 did hold up there. I need that to continue to hold up 120. That's probably ultimately the risk I'm going to have to give it. I really do like that one. LIDR is holding the 330s, so just another mic. Correct on that one thus far. 330s catching a bounce there is Mike. I got a 405 stop on it. I'll give that one a little bit of room. SOG is back up towards its $2 highs. 296, 200 day moving average there. H2 holding VWAP so far. X4 was a good hangover. LiDAR is trying to curl around. I mean, nothing else is going on, you know? So that's what's causing this right now. LiDAR, nothing really else is moving, so longs are heading back over there. It is kind of holding up 330s, 40s right now. SPY's kind of going sideways, chopping around. H2 is trying to hold VWAP. H2 is trying to hold VWAP right now. I really need IXHL to work. It's the one I'm a little sized in on. Oh, H2, did we just halt down? All right, H2 halted down, it looks like. Yeah, IXHL bouncing off a 105. I'm going to give it to the 120. That's the 119 is the 200-day moving average. It's bouncing back up there. I'm going to still give that one some room. LiDAR in the 370s now. Interesting. Just another mic. There you go. Okay. Well, let me take a closer look at LiDAR. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing else going on out there. It's just, it makes sense, I guess. Alright, here's what I'm going to do on LiDAR. I'm going to hit it again and put my stop in on it. Up over 4. Which, I mean, it looks like she's squeezing up there right now. H2 will be an interesting one. Yeah, this thing's a LiDAR looks like she's heading for 4. Anybody got the resume price on HTOO? It's having a hard time at 390, as just another mic said. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure I like it much anymore. I mean, I think the theory's correct on this. Yeah, there she goes, up towards 4. She's getting bought on pullbacks, man. I'm probably just going to have to maybe take this one off. IXHL is curling back in a little bit. HTOO just opened up. $8.35 is my average on that one right now. Come on, let's get it even lower. I could see this thing dropping to the 650s. LiDAR is trying to hold up this level. Trying very hard to hold up this level. All right, NXTC. Let's look at NXTC. That one's popping up. Nothing much there. Soji did kind of elevator down off of 2, down to 165. Wow, I mean, there's not much going on. Scanners are kind of light. Scanners are a little light right now. All right, let's see. HTOO. I may take all this on a panic down into the 6 range, like 650. Is what I'm thinking. HTOO. Still in 5 positions right now. Trying to work this H2 trade, even though this is an example of one of those, you know, just threw a little feeler on it and it started working out. All right, LIDR is pulling back off of 390. Then H2's kind of trying to climb back up to VWAP, but looks heavy. H2 looks like we could restab at that one. Yeah, she looks pretty good. IXHL sitting on that 105 line I got drawn out. Oh, H2 in the 680s now. All right, I'll take H2 down here. All right, I'm in 4 others right now. I need LiDAR to start getting heavy and pulling back, as well as IXHL. But IXHL is trying to hold that 105 line. Need that to hold up as resistance. Okay, H2 was a good one. Popped right up to a lot of that 850 resistance we had mapped out. PHIO, a little bit of a play. I'm going to flip through the scans real quick. Radhin, yeah, trade the pull. I'm gonna trade with both of them. Trade the pull and CMEG. I'm trying to sharpen the skills a little bit over here with reduced risk and take the profits. You know, I'm grinding this eval to get funded, and then I'll send the profits over to CPRO. Is the plan. I want to have shop open at multiple brokers. BKR back up to 380. Because there's nothing else going on, I'm not too confident in this LiDAR trade. I think longs could stay here quite a bit of the day, really, since there's not much else going on. I'll give it a little bit of time here on the short. BKR. Cancel. BKR is curling back around a bit. Let me. And then IXHL, man, that's the one I really need to work out. IXHL. So IXHL, that one had a snap after the close yesterday. 170's down to 60 cents, and it's like a sloppy seconds kind of a move I'm eyeballing here, but it's holding up this line I got mapped out. 105. So if it starts curling back around at this point, I'm not going to really love it too much. Want to see some profit taking there. Let's flip through the scans and see if we're missing anything. Would like some screamers to come our way to get involved with. HTOO, good work there, guys. Good short against that resistance. SOG could be a fade against $2. This one's given, like, this one pulled back off a 2 and is slowly curling back up towards VWAP. I may get involved in SOG. I think it's a decent setup there. Yeah, I'm gonna start SOG on this pop, and that $2 area is gonna be the risk for me on it. I'm gonna set the stop there on SOG. Yeah, she's coming back up. It like triple topped up here at $2. Now it's kind of trying to climb back up to it right now. I want to see it stay heavy against it. If not, stop is going to be up there around 2. IXHL, it's coming down to a support line right now, 105. I need that one to crack under this 105. Really get back under $1, elevator down. Back into like the 80s, 70s. IXHL's on that line right now. It's kind of like a bouncy ball, right? You get the lower highs and you're kind of a descending triangle here, really. And this is the area we need to crack. Yeah, it's looking better, IXHL, I agree. Just need it to crack this line here. Please, IXHL. Rug to 80 cents, I like it. Let's get it. So back in 5 tickers right now. Let me look at the scans, see what's going on. IXHL sitting on that bottom trend, need it to crack. What's LiDAR doing? LiDAR's back to its VWAP. So this is an interesting area here. It's hit 390, has not been able to break it. In 5 right now, so I'm kind of laser focused. Krev, James, looks to have halted up. H2 back down at 7. I'm flipping through. We're not going to miss anything, guys. I'm flipping through scans, making sure there's no action going on that we're missing. COUR is kind of interesting up here. Kind of descending triangle-ish. VWAP. It's holding VWAP, though. COUR. Looks like it could have came out with some news. All right, SOG. That trade against $2. It's kind of slowing down a bit. It's looking all right. Man, I like all the trades I'm involved with are kind of just sitting at my average. Octo's giving a pop. Yeah, Octo. Octo looking juicy. Still red on the day. The open on Octo is right around 191. Got a lot of resistance overhead. I like it against 220, ideally there. Yeah, Octo's definitely a decent play. Fades pointed out, guys. A little closer to like $2 would be really nice. Yeah, I'm eyeballing that to see if we're going to get some shorts covering to get that pop up towards 205 to get involved there. Soji's kind of popping back up towards 2. 185, 6. I mean, H2 is like the only one that's really worked out for me so far. Everything else is just going sideways. Is this how this Friday is going to be? IXHL, I need that one to crack under $1.05. Soji trying to bounce off VWAP. A little choppy there. AGH kind of missed that one. AGH, I missed that one. That had a morning spike 190 to 269. It's bear flagging up right now against 220 and VWAP. AGH. Actually, I could see this one going green to red. Oh, that AGH is the one that put in that Wednesday move from 60 cents to 220. Yeah, it does have a lot of kind of like support around 180. Emmanuel still waiting. I get it. I mean, there's just I've had a lot of trades going on, but not a lot of green. I mean, I'm sitting probably a little red on the day right now. Emmanuel, loved the interview. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a fun time. Thank you, Emmanuel. That was a good time. I really enjoyed it. Oh, this day is annoying me right now. AGH does kind of look good, guys, like against 220. I don't like the last couple days on it, but 220s, we're seeing upper shadows. After that morning spike, we're seeing upper shadows in the 220s. IXHL, dude. I think I'm just going to take it off. I'm not getting that fade that I want on it. I'll put a stop on it. I'll tighten it up a little bit, like 113. I mean, if it starts curling back up, man, it's just invalidated for me. Yeah, I put a 114 stop, IXHL. ABVX, dude, the phase 3 trials fades. still that one's just having trouble profit taking. Octo over 2. Okay. Yeah, ABVX. I mean, all right, Octo. Yeah, Octo. Octo, I'm going to get started here. 204, starting Octo. I'm going to hit it again up towards 220. And please give me 220. I like 220 a lot on Octo. In 6 trades that are all doing nothing right now. All right, Octo 2010, 289. LiDAR curling back around. Dude, I'm done with the LiDAR. Uh, 292 stop on it. Reducing that one. Because it's popping back up. I mean, it's trying to hold. There's nothing else going on, so LiDAR wouldn't surprise me. All right, Octo's not too bad up here. Let's see 220 on Octo. Then IXHL still trying to hold up. Yeah, we're getting these moves like, all right, one just got taken off. Was it LiDAR? Yeah, LiDAR I'm all out of. Okay, red a little bit on the day right now. I'm looking to maybe size into Octo. AGH still right at 220. So G is still kind of looking heavy. It's not working out quite yet, but still looking heavy. Octo 2. Oh, there's 220 Octo. Okay. All right, hitting Octo again up here. You got a couple hundred here now on Octo. Risk is pretty much a lot of that pre-market resistance up in the mid 230s, 240s. All right, a lot of resistance on Octo. I'm trying to make today work, guys. I really am. It's just, this is kind of been a headache of a day so far. IXHL just hasn't cooperated at all. Been trying to give it room, but it's still curling up, so I may just take that one off. An Octo flush down to the lows would really help the day out, and it's primed up to do it. Octo's having a elevator reject right now, so that one, cracking down to like 190 and lower would really help the day out. That magic 20 cent area for the guys that have been in here for a while. You know, we see that 20 cent area hit so often in reject. Octo. I mean, I still like it against the 240s. I'm probably going to hit it again if it moves up to 230, 40. A lot of upper shadows we're seeing there too. How are you guys doing? Are you guys getting any green action going? I haven't had much cooperation on many of these tickers at all. It looks like SoG is pulling back in a little bit. SoG. Kayvon, you got some red going on over there. Yeah, a lot of red over here too. It's annoying because it feels like there's plenty of decent plays this morning that just aren't working out so far. Trying to trade the series of trades though, not marrying anything and just taking multiple good setups. Yeah, Octo, strange move there. Trying to hold up close to this 220 risk. I want to hit it again in a move up towards 230. It's kind of my idea on it. HTOO still selling off down to the low 660s. I'm giving IXHL up to $1.16. I'm reducing it. If it starts curling back up there, I'll be done with it. Need some decent winners coming in though. Octo could be good. I mean, if this one cracks down to 190.80, could be a decent winner. Yeah, there's IXHL curling back around. More annoyed with that one than anything. But gotta have risk on. Yep, IXHL, I'll be done with it. Alright. Red 80 on the day right now. Haven't really had a good winner working out. Octo could be that decent winner. I think that was a decent setup there. Whoa, Octo. Yeah, down to the low twos. Yeah, I think we could get a good flush there. I'm still optimistic with the day, just it's just the one I was liking the most. IXHL didn't work out, so that hurts. No halt down there. Perfect fall. Are you trading? You breaking rules over there? LiDAR up to 415. So that was a good stop there on LiDAR. LiDAR up to 415. God dang, dude. Yeah, I mean LiDAR's the only thing on the long side. I mean that's why it's making the move it is. It's the only thing to trade on the long side. There's nothing else going on, which means we probably need to really take advantage of some of these sleeper plays, get maybe even a little sized in on them. Like even this Octo 220 is holding up really well. I'm considering sizing in, but if it flushes down here, it's not going to be a good entry. I could size it against 220 because 220 is really holding up on it. I'm thinking about that to take advantage of a winner. This trade is working out so far. You guys know what's going to happen as soon as I size this thing, though. And G's been going sideways against $2 as well. Yeah, I agree. That's why 220. I think I may size it, and 220 is going to be that risk. It's going to be that key risk area that I'll give it. Yeah, I'm going to hit it again. 207 average now, not very good. But the stop for me at this point is going to be up and over 220. I'm just going to place the stop on it. 221. Yep, 221. Man, dude, I mean, I feel good with the discipline today, but I cannot get anything to work out. Soji. Not entirely in love with Soji right now either. And then if Octo doesn't work out, dude, it's not going to be a great day. LIDR like still climbing back up. It's at 420 right now. I mean, 420 is not a bad risk area, but there's lower shadows. I mean, it's the only long today. I think I just want to avoid it at this point. Then AGH. AGH is looking real heavy too. AGH cracked 220s held up on that. But how far does this thing have to go? I really want to catch one of these sleeper plays on the day and just ride a nice short. AGH looks good, guys. It looks real heavy. Octo climbing back up. Let me give that to like 225-ish. Yeah, guys. I mean, this is annoying. This day is really annoying. This day is really annoying right now. Yeah, AGH looks heavy, and it's pulling back in quite a bit. SOG, I may size that one against 2 as well. SOG's kind of looking heavy. I may even reduce it to like $1.90. So SOG I'm going to hit again. And I'm going to reduce that risk. I'm going to put a stop at like up and over 190. It's kind of slowing down. And then if I can't get any of this to work, guys, I guess I'm throwing in the white towel. God, it's annoying on a like Friday, ending the week when nothing's working out. I mean, if I get SOG and Octo to work, if those two work out, it's going to be a pretty good day. At least be break even, which is looking like a good day. A good day, Kayvon. Did you start with a good green day? You're working red now. I'm curious. Anybody who's green, what did you trade? I mean, just another Mike got LIDR on the long side, so that was good. 330s. Took the long there, and that's been a long all day so far. AGH kind of spready. But I'm curious who's working the green right now and on what. I mean, there were some good pre-market plays that a few of you hit, and that ATNF, dude, is irritating me even more. Fades, because that was so good in pre-market. Just another Mike. I might have to take your alert. You've been right so far this morning. All right, SOG is not working out, and Octo is. Wonderful. I'm developing what I'm going to coin as the trader headache. I'm like, I gotta press the other damn button today. That's how I was feeling right now. Green, James, sniping. You're just sniping some plays. Good. Good work. Yeah, Kayvon, that's how I'm feeling too. If these four positions that I'm in work out, it could help my day. Trader Advil. Perfect. Falls always got something witty to say. Traderville. Like I feel like I'm a UFC fighter in the octagon. It's like round 5, and I've just been getting haymakered for 5 rounds. Khabib is just ragdolling me all around. MG on lidar. What do I think up there at 5? I think I'm gonna stop thinking and just start smashing buttons. LIDR. I don't know. It's a tough one. I like that upper shadow it just put in. I just don't. I think I'm gonna avoid this ticker, MG. I think I'm just gonna avoid it. That 5 though, I mean that's what we called yesterday. Past chart history resistance 520s. That's very good resistance. I think I'm avoiding it though, personally. But it's not a bad play. A lot of good resistance up there. Mike thinks it's going to be on the backside. You guys you probably have the right idea, LIDR. It's just a tough call, being that it's the only ticker doing anything, you know? That's the hesitation there for me. It's the only ticker in small cap land that's holding up. It's where all eyes are. So I'm trying to focus some of these other sleeper plays, but they're not so sleepy is the issue. I mean, Octo looks kind of heavy right now. SoG is trying to curl up. Super Smash Brothers. I know, dude. That was all button smashing, man. When you were that young, no clue what you're doing, just button smash. All right, SoG, I'm out of it. Down 130 on the day right now. Got 3 tickers I'm involved with. Octo is working out right now. James, you gotta be cautious when you start thinking like that without question. That's when you ought to question things. All right, if we're gonna be red today, though, I wanna minimize it. I mean, problem is I haven't got anything to work. If Octo does pull back and start fading, bag holder audition style, we'll be all right on the day. But have not gotten one ticker to work, other than H2 with a initial, just a starter position there. I mean, LIDR could be heavy against that upper shadow, but it's just not. I don't trust it. I just don't trust the action there. I mean, I'm glad I stopped out IXHL. That thing made it all the way up to 127. The problem is, I still really like that one. I still really like IXHL. It just tapped the 200-day moving average. I mean, I'm glad I didn't fall in love with it, because that would have been a fairly brutal loser right there. Perfect fall Octo boom. Yeah, not quite. I mean, it's getting close. You see this trend line down on it? It is descending triangle right here, guys. Oh, I should smack this again. So the descending triangle. It's looking good. My trade the pull is not loading right now. Let me try to refresh. I have a 207 average, 300 shares on Octo. It's the only one that's been working for me, and it's in a descending triangle. I'm considering it, guys. Considering getting a little heavier on it, reducing the risk. So it's like it either works or it doesn't would be the idea. But that 220 mark has been holding up real well on Octo. Real well, that 220. Yeah, but when a ticker like elevator's down like this, James, like it's often not doing what this ticker's doing. So I mean, I'll apply the risk, accept the results, which is what we did there. All right, let me see if there's anything else. Octo is a decent setup right now, but nothing has been working, so I'm not going to get too crazy there. AGH Nightmare Zone under 2. Yeah, AGH not bad either. This WAI is getting a little spike right now. It's under its sub-dollar play, though. 45 cents up to 75. It had a gap down from 350. $1.50 is good on it. Up and over 80 some cents. It's got a gap to fill. But this sell-off just happened fairly recently. All right, WAI. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled there. Like another leg up towards $1. I may get involved there. SOG, I mean, good stops today. SOG's at new highs, 205. 296 is the 200. I could revisit SOG up towards 290s if she got all the way up there. Opened at 87 cents yesterday. What a move. Octo sitting on that bottom trend, guys. We got to get it to crack. I mean, I really need this one to crack to be decent on the day. If it doesn't, if this is going to... Oh, Octo. Octobots. Come on, baby. Do not buy back up over $2. Oh my god, I'll be so pissed off. We cracked the descending triangle. We gotta stay heavy under 2, guys. We gotta stay heavy. We gotta start panicking. Get down to $1.80 or so. Come on. Let's crack 190. I haven't taken any off yet. I mean, we just cracked the descending triangle. I really want to see her start pulling back in some more. Eyes are peeled on WAI. If that one gets a next leg up, I'll start a position there. Can we do a red to green move on the account today? I'm getting all excited because I got one freaking ticker working out. That may not even work. Keeps tapping 190 and bouncing up. IXHL still grinding higher. LIDR has been kind of heavy after that upper shadow towards 450. It's been a little heavy, but it's a tricky name. I'm still going to avoid it. So G made it up to 210. Reducing the risk on a few different plays, BKR and ABVX. And then trying to milk Octo right now and then look for something else. WAI, what's she doing? Is she pulling back? Yeah, WAI is pulling back. Where's the promised land here, Fades? I need Octo. I need the promised land to be like $1.50. I mean, really $1.50. Need it to stay heavy off of that descending triangle crack. LIDR still a play. Octo, crack that descending triangle. Man, I'm tempted to even milk this one. The open, it just bounced off the open. The open is right at like 191. So we start getting under the open. That's going to be a detailed level of resistance if we can crack under it. So we'll have the open and then $2 as a ceiling there. LIDR 420 test. So sloppy seconds, or is she heading higher? Questions. AGH, man, I mean, I'm kind of tempted there. It's real thin AGH, but I could see that one having trouble. All right, Octo's testing the open now. Is it going to go red on the day? Is Octo going red on the day? Testing that level out right now. I'm gonna take a 100 off. I got 300. I'm gonna take a little bit off right there. May try to bounce off the open. I still like it to be heavy though, so I'm gonna keep a couple hundred going there. I got a long road to recovery today though. It's not too bad. I mean, we're not too red. It's just with the way today's been, I just don't know if I'm gonna recover it. WAI, I was eyeballing. It's bouncing off VWAP. If that makes the next leg up, I'm interested there. LiDAR, I'm gonna be mad at myself if I take this trade and then she doesn't end up working out. I mean, the past chart history suggests $5 is the liquidity zone. I may take it up there. All right, let's flip, see if anything's going on. Oh my God, Soji. Soji elevator down after testing its pre-market high. For some reason. Okay. WAI still holding VWAP. Please make a next leg up to get involved there. Would be a miracle. AGH is very thin fades, but it looks good for the 220 risk. Man, I'm thinking about that one. Just a slow fade against this resistance in 220. Kind of trap longs this morning. little spready. Got size appropriately. 220 could hold on it. Made that big move out of the gates up to 260. Yeah. I'm gonna dabble at it 207 and keep my eyes on it. I like it against 220. AGH. We'll see if we get a slow fade. I like what I saw yesterday. Yesterday around this time, like 11:15, it sold from 180 down to 115. Is Octo seriously trying to recover here? Well, my trade's not going to count because I took a partial on it. What is up with today, man? I'll put the 220 stop on it. Could smack it again on this pop. But it's kind of just a random, unexpected spike right there. Not in love with that. All right, WAI still holding up VWAP and curling back up, maybe even to the highs here. Yeah, I know. They're going to toy with it. I hate revisiting tickers that I took an L on, but this SOG kind of, after that 210 down to 170, could be done. If that curls up, could short it, risking that 210 area. LiDAR still tricky, sitting around 420s. And IXHL having trouble. IXHL is having trouble off of that 200-day moving average. Do I revisit IXHL? The stop is really tight. That is what I like about it at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna trade out IXHL again, but the stop's real tight. It's pretty much to the highs on the day. It tapped the 200-day moving average, is pulling back. I'm gonna try IXHL, set the stop at the high of the day, which is 127. I think it's pretty good risk reward right here. The one winner I had working out on Octo shot up 20 cents. So it is today. It is what it is, guys. I mean, I just haven't been able to get much going. Down 120 realized on the day so far. I mean, the max I can go is 200 before I'm locked out, but I've given it a good shot today. It is what it is. WAI did just make a new high, 79 cents. I just kind of missed that. 79, about 80 cents WAI hit and just pulled back off of that. If you're still trading, I mean, SOG might be good under this VWAP after doing a little fake out breakout over the highs, double topping off of pre-market resistance. H2 has just been a landslide since we were short on it against the pre-market resistance. I mean, that one was a decent play. Maybe should have gone heavier there. But that was a prime example of starting something small, planning for more, and it just doesn't happen. LiDAR coming back up to the highs. IXHL, that's helpful. IXHL pulling back in a little bit. Emmanuel, you took a winner, right? Shake the jitters, up $40 with like $300 day. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, today's not seeming like it's shaping up for much. Man, I really like this IXHL. It's got tight risk here now. I did take an L on it initially. I could see this one fading all day. If IXHL could cooperate, it's going to be a fine day. I mean, I really will take any green I can get. I think some of these days just happen though. You feel good. It's just the day is not working out. So I mean, I'm fairly happy with the discipline because all I've taken are losses, but it's been not too bad. Still working 5. We'll see what happens here. Emmanuel, good job being disciplined. That's really good. You focused in. You capitalized on your edge. You were patient, disciplined, waited for it, and took some green. That's good. There's absolutely nothing bad to say about that. That's how, honestly, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday felt for me. Like, you know, not taking a lot of green, but taking the edge when it presents itself and making something. Fades Octo, SOWG, and AGH. One should fade nice at least. I think so. Include IXHL. Yeah, there you go. We think alike. Like, throw IXHL in there. Come on. Help me out. Yeah, I like several of these, but I mean, what does it matter what I like if the market thinks otherwise? It's going to do what it's going to do. Octo, I was not in love with that move. I mean, it bounced right back up through 2 and is now holding 2. Nice, Emmanuel. Yeah, climbing back up. Good discipline. Not getting tilted and just kind of slowly stair stepping back up to even on the account. That's good. Good discipline. Yeah, excited to see you get a payout. Start making some of that dough. LiDAR's in the 450s now, guys. So ended up being somewhat correct here with it. Only long on the day. WAI looks kind of heavy here. Yeah, James, that gut sometimes knows what to do. Manuel, you got tilted 3 days during this month. Cost my 2 weeks of green days, dude. Ugh, so painful. Yeah, I had one day like that. Cost me a whole week. Man, it's frustrating when that happens. I think I got it right though on reducing the daily drawdown to 200, because if I'm down 200 on the day for the sizing I'm trading, it really is a day like today. Like nothing for me is working out. So try to cap it rather than get tilted and size up on a day like today and then lose 500. It just doesn't make any sense. I think reducing that drawdown is the right move. Because if I lose 500, I'm tilted. If I lose 200, nothing's really working out. I think that's appropriate. TXN on the long side. Nice. Trying to ride that one up. Looks good. Holding VWAP now. WAI looks real heavy now. A little salty there. So probably would have hit that. Slowing down a lot. SOG slowing down. So it's 11 o'clock. Some of these plays are slowing down. Except LiDAR. All right, here we go. LiDAR. It's coming up to that liquidity zone that I've been speaking on. Let me look again at this daily chart. All right, here's the 20-year chart on LIDR, and boy, is there a lot of 520 resistance. I mean, how do I not take this trade? I just don't like the overcrowded nature of this ticker. That's the main thing. That's really the main thing for me on it. But I probably do have to take that trade up there over 5 towards 520. So I'll keep it. I'll keep it on watch if it's going to do something like that. BKR looks like it's going to have a day 3 leg up. It pulled back, but not profit taking. Octo's being really annoying. That was the one winner I had. Not cooperating. Blew that eval. I think most people do blow up their first eval though, because the reins are off. You have the freedom to trade how you want to and the sizing you want to, and you get a little reckless. So I think that's probably a common scenario. But you probably, some of those trades wouldn't have counted anyways, because you gotta on the 25K account. On all the accounts, I think you have to. Your largest win can't be 50% of your overall profits. for hitting that 1500 to get funded. So LIDR at 470 right now. Yeah, this has been a tough week for me, guys. It's going to be a red week. Been trying to dig my way out of it. But take what I get from the market. 480s LIDAR. I'm nervous to take that trade because really I'm down 120. I get locked out at 200. And I want to give my other trade some breathing room. So, oh man, what do I do? This is a tough one for me. That's right, Mike. Not too much freedom. You feel it with all the buying power, I guess, is kind of what I was alluding to. Like, you got a lot of buying power if you're coming from a small account. LIDR, this is a tough one for me. I think 520 is the risk for me. I want to see it up and over 5. And then additionally, I mean, I feel like I got to take it based on the past chart history. And euphoria to resistance, this is exactly what I trade. I don't know. To just tap $5. Probably going to regret it not taking it, but Mike made out nice on LIDR. Good job. I mean, the FOMO is coming into this name right now for sure. I want to see it up and over 5, and then I'll get involved with it. I mean, but it did tap 5. That could be a high day number right there. $5. Could be the high day number. Wouldn't surprise me if it was. WAI has been fading off of that high. So G as well. Octo's at least coming back in. If IXHL starts coming in too, it'll be... I can get today looking all right. If I can get those two to cooperate, I think I can recover a lot of this red today. James, 7 of the accounts. I know, dude. The back's against the wall, even on the 25K. That's why I was swinging for it. Like that competition, dude. I made 500,000, and I was kind of swinging like I was on that. But then I started to get real disciplined. I'm like, okay, let's treat this kind of like you said, Fades. Treat it like $1,000 account because truly it is. And be real disciplined. Don't size crazy. Go for some modest days. And trade it like I'm going to trade when it's funded. I mean, really. Yeah, IXHL I do like a lot. I mean, I'm probably kicking back with IXHL for a lot of the day. I mean, so if that one works, I could even get green on the day. It's just a trade I like quite a bit. Applied more risk to it. I could see it back under $1, heading towards like 90, 80 cents. But you can tell I haven't gotten reckless. I applied more risk to it, but haven't gone like full tilt on it. Okay. Yeah, LIDR is having a little bit of trouble off of 5. That is that liquidity zone. I was waiting for it. Just a little hesitant with it. I could see it slowing down too, being that it's Friday. I could see this thing slowing down. Emmanuel, ridiculous day. James, wait for your magic 520. What happened, Emmanuel? You took one trade, right? You're just saying based on our trades. Kayvon not getting the greatest fills. I mean, those you trade some pretty thin names though, so those names really might just need limit orders. I really haven't noticed much of a problem. I do a lot of market orders as well, because I'm shorting into those spikes, and I usually, I'm getting filled on the bid pretty much every time. Just another Mike the $2,000 PDT. Yeah, I think I was messaging somebody about that earlier. That's gonna be dude. It's gonna be a broker war. There's gonna be a major broker war when that happens because they're all gonna be like trying to get everybody's accounts. I mean, the thing is, they're all going to have different like margin requirements too, because it's going to be trading on margin. If the PDT is now going to be at 2,000, they're going to be like 6 to 1, 10 to 1. They're all going to be trying to get everybody in. Yeah, Kayvon, I'm aware. CFDs don't do nothing. But still, the limit orders probably on those thin names. It, yeah, I guess the reason I said that is like with the platform may just be kind of difficult for it to on the thinner names. Yeah, I was wondering that, Emmanuel. I saw that. I was wondering how you were trading it here lately with the Tesla had not the greatest earnings, and then it's been doing all right. LIDR coming back up to the highs. Oh boy, I feel like I gotta do it. It's like when you have your edge and it's like, yeah, here it is. I mean, it's right in front of you. You gotta take it. It works or it doesn't. But if it's a good hand, I gotta trade it. Okay, 520 is gonna be the risk for me. Like 520 up and over 520. Let's get that move over $5. Here we go. I'm going kind of small here, guys. I'll throw like 100 at it. for the move up and over 5. Stop over under 520. No! Get up there, LIDR. Yeah, nothing really worked much today. Yeah, just like poker. If you don't get a good hand, don't take it. This is such a good group, guys. We're going to help each other get that consistency and stay disciplined. I've said it many times, you know, if you're having trouble, you're in the right place. We're gonna drag you. We're gonna drag you to profitability. These are really the kind of days that define you, though. I mean, honestly, like you can have great success and with as far as your risk reward goes, but your red days, the drawdowns kind of define you. Like, what are you doing with those? Even if you have a 90% win rate, what are you doing with that 10%? That 10% is very important. LIDR, I so desperately want the 520. It's rejecting 5 kind of, but still trying to hold up. HU. Let me see what LIDR is going to do real quick. All right, climbing back up to 5. 490s. Let's get over 5. All right, shorting it. 502, I got the short. 501. All right. This is a big FOMO zone. It could hold up, though. We could have a lot of shorts buried here underwater. I'm monitoring it very closely against 520. Seeing if we get that like upper shadow up here. This is the liquidity zone, guys. I may even have to stab it a little bit more. Throwing a little bit more at it. Sprinkling a little bit more at it. I'm just going to be mindful of what it does against 520. It may get up to 520. I'm watching it over under that area. Sitting stagnant right here. It could pull back pretty quick if it's not going to get that next leg up. 517 it's hit so far. I want to see what it's going to do against 520. All right, hit it with just a little bit more there at 520. Let's see what's going to do here. Got a couple hundred at 507 average right now. I'll set the stop on it like 527. All right. Stop is in 527 for me. 507 average. This is the area I wanted it at, so giving it an opportunity here. It's holding 5, a little bit more than I thought it would. But 520 certainly a level of resistance we gotta be mindful of. Over under that area. Can I get something working today? Come on. Oh, 520, 525. All right, out of it. Even though it's still a decent liquidity zone up here. The market owes us nothing. Oh, man. Brutal. LIDR. Oh, this is such a good zone up here, too. Oh, this is going to be tough. It's going to be a top tick. I got to have a stop on it, though. Yeah, this is a good zone up here. 530s even. All right. I still like this area a lot. Dude, I'm telling you, I tried to give it some room. If this thing elevator's down from here, oh, I can't even get tilted. I can't even get tilted because I'm pretty much at max loss on the day. Near 200. I'm at minus 160 right now. Guys, you know how the top ticks go for me. I mean, it's so brutal. They happen to me often, though. They do happen often. I try to be real disciplined with the risk. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Oh, there's my $200. What did I get liquidated on? IXHL. IXHL curled back around. Doug, I needed you earlier. Oh, and Octo. Oh, that's what happened. Octo just shot back up too. Mm, man, this day has tremendously aggravated me. Need that Trader Advil perfect fall. We need to come out with that. Trader Advil. All right, let me God, LIDR, that's going to be the top right there. Oh, that's painful. It's probably going to be the top. If I come back and revisit and I top tick this, I was going to say tomorrow. Can't be tomorrow. Monday. It's time to trade pissed off. It's time to trade pissed off. We'll see what happens. That was such the liquidity zone. It's like I gotta give it more room, man. All right, let's take a look at the chart, the overview of the Flex account. See where we're at. All the slow work I put in, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like gave it all back, today. So we're up 422 on the account. Got about 1,000 to go. LIDR, dude, I stopped out the top. I do it so often. I do it so often. All right, guys. Anything you guys got? You guys want to do the Friday night live stream or? Doug, in between deliveries. Hope the deliveries are going well. Doug, yeah, haven't been able to get anything going today. Taking a $200 hit on the day. Gave a lot of tickers some tries, but really nothing's been cooperating. I mean, seriously, nothing. I mean, Octo didn't work out. The only trade I got to work today, Doug, was HTOO, and I was planning for that one to move up towards $10, so I didn't have any size on it. Oh, you're good, Doug. I'm just messing with you. We're always happy to have you in here. Emmanuel, at least you're not under. Yeah, I was trending so well though, and then I took a couple big top tick hits on OPEN. I took a top tick hit. I took both of the like this $400 or $500 drawdown right here. Were top. Both of those tickers were top ticks. But Emmanuel, I'm not even on the funded yet. I'm still trying to work this eval. So painful. This chart right here is gonna... This is such a great way to end the week right here. That is the liquidity zone I just went over. I guess moving into next week, guys, like, I had this mapped out. My stop is like too tight to where, I guess is what it is. So size down, give it more room, and work that liquidity zone. Because I know 520 is the magic number, but sometimes we do see it, even like this, go up to 536. Yeah, Ed. Yeah, LIDR. Decent pullback. Daily resistance on the 20-year shows up and over $5 being real good resistance. Yeah, James, I traded it. I guess scared too. It was a really good area to short into. I guess it just shows you the day. The day nothing's been working, and that's, you start trading kind of scared. Unfortunate, but at least we minimize the risk on the day with nothing really working. Forced to trade, Doug, before going into work in pre-market. Yeah, even come Monday, my Octo's back at 220. Might be taking some trades in pre-market because some of the best trades today, like AT and F, they happened in pre-market. LIDR. Oh, man. The max loss, Emmanuel's 2,000 on the account. So, yeah, that you were down about 1,000. You thought about, yeah. Sometimes just having a fresh restart helps mentally too. Just being like, well, I really broke some rules. I took some bad setups. Let's reset and not do that again. This EW looks like something you would take, Kayvon. You would have taken EW. Yeah, impatience does not pay at times. I feel a little dumb for giving the day as much as I did. But I mean, there were some decent setups. They just didn't work out. And that's the nature of it. Some days that happens. Oh, MG taking the 520 on LIDR. Nice. MG's patient. Good work. Took 40 cents. 500 shares, $80. Is that 840 times 500 is, well, hang on. 500 shares times 40 cents. It's $200, right? Excellent work, MG. I have definitely noticed my problem is I stop out too, I get scared out too quick. It LIDR may be forming a little head and shoulders here as well. Be mindful of shoulders at $5. Could be more potential on that play. MG, love it. Good job with the patience and taking that. Letting her come to you. So, moving forward, I don't know, man. I get torn because I think of H2. I'm like, yeah, size down and give it a lot of room, and then a top ticket. Maybe I gotta go like single entries and go heavier. Like single entries, go a little heavier, and give them a little bit more wiggle room. Yeah, MG's been waiting for a couple hours. He knew where that liquidity zone was. Waited for the 520 perfectly. Yeah, it's kind of head and shoulderish right now. Fade this morning was very, very titly. Yeah, I think the 200's wise. I'm happy with it, so I don't keep trading. Not happy with the day. Happy with the 200 drawdown. Keeping it minimal. Patience pays. Yeah, Doug. Have a good day to you as well. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great weekend, too. Yeah, patience does pay. I mean, I felt like we were fairly patient here. That's been my biggest struggle. It's like not giving them maybe the early entries or not giving them enough room. Man, I don't want to wait. So G, dude. Yeah. It's like it gets to the point where I don't want to stop out. And that's when I go in tilt mode. Because then I see the things like So G that stop me out on that pop, fake out, breakout up, and then just fade from there. And that's when I get tilted. I'm like, well, I'm not stopping out of this next one because I stopped out of Soji, it worked out. I stopped out of LIDR, it worked out. I'm not even stopping anymore. And then that ticker, gets the continuation. Yeah, James, I think you're right. The early entries. I think the entries are a bit early. I need to widen it up though. I really do need to widen it up. I couldn't really there. Oh, I started it and I was already down 120 or 30, so I really couldn't give it that much room. Unless I was in real small for that $200 daily drawdown. Yeah, fade, you're checking back in around 3. I guess I'm trying real hard to protect the profits I've generated, which aren't too much. What is it, 400 and some dollars now? $420. Trying hard to protect them with tight stops, but it ends up, biting me. Ends up biting you doing that sometimes. Gotta let some of these tickers just play out. So, guys, I think it's going to wrap it up for me today. Can't trade anymore. But if you guys have any tickers you want me to look at, I'm happy to look at them. Anything else you guys got? I'm starting to post my day on X, so let me screenshot this. Yep, shop open at both places, and maybe even the 50K account. But you got to make 7,000 to get paid. James, you can't think like that. You gotta consider we've gone over this, but the before James, we've seen your charts. It is a little whippy, right? You got a lot of up and down action going over there. So you got to consider how can you smooth that out a bit. Because trading is a grind. I mean, it's not. I think naturally, like, we want to get funded immediately, or, on the eval, and then we want to get a payout immediately. And you get a little too aggressive too quickly. Kayvon's going to be training poolside next week. All right. Heading to Florida. Trading poolside. Emmanuel X, but some poster BS regarding that. Yeah, it's like you got to kind of get some of that stuff like vetted or validated, because a lot of it you really just can't trust at face value on there. People are just trying to get clicks. Fully cooperated Soji. Yeah, she just, that snap. Missed that spike up. Hope you got it though, Fades. Good work. If so, up through 2, pull back and fade from there. Being more selective. Yeah, it's a good point, James. So, gotta fine tune it a bit. Random trading is gonna equal random results, which is what the chart looks like. So you gotta identify your setups a bit more. What's your trade? What's the edge? What's the risk? Yep, don't quit. As the guys are saying, James, don't quit. But I mean, we're going to be honest with you. There's a lot of you're looking in a mirror, so you gotta. A lot of us have some good experience that we can share with you. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows, but it's good stuff to hear. Just refine that edge. Try to get out some of the random trading. Focus more. I mean, look at MG, dude. James, look at MG. MG traded like 4 times today, and he was 4 for 4. He literally has been up since what? I know you're in. I think MG's over in Europe, but he's been up since early in pre-market, and only has traded 4 times, and literally just said he sat here for 2 hours waiting for LIDR to come to him. So that patience is what pays. He's been doing so well. And here I am over here taking 10 trades. and nothing really working out. Tried to focus more on the series of trades, but didn't get much working today. So being a little bit more selective and keeping the risk fairly similar to take out some of that randomness. Yeah, Emmanuel, that's thanks for sharing that win rate and risk reward. Very interesting. Can learn from that. Good win rate. Risk to reward's not too bad right there. All right, if you're sticking around, guys, LIDR, a little bit of a head and shoulders still going on against $5. Really decent head and shoulder right there. Shoulders at 5. Otherwise, that's wrapping up the day, guys. Email if any questions, averydaytrading@gmail.com. MCVT spiking up randomly here. 280 up to 350. That's in play too. LIDR cracking the head and shoulders right now. Oh, I might have to pull out the bourbon early. But otherwise, stay disciplined, stay safe. Yeah, I was thinking, Emmanuel, maybe to get the reward up, maybe you could work some leftovers. I'm not sure if you do or not. Rehab at noon today. Dude, I'm telling you. I gotta sit here all weekend thinking about this top deck. This thing in the 50s now. I would have loved to have had leftovers here, taken a piece off. Emmanuel's so anxious. Severe anxiety on some of these small caps. Yeah. Well, there's good reason for it, I'm sure. I mean, I wasn't too thrilled taking this trade, but I felt like I had to. It was a good setup, and it ended up working out. Just, I like taking those trades when you don't want to trade it, but you do anyways because it's screaming at you. Oh, look, there's Octo. All right, guys. I think I'm pulling out the bourbon. Mentally, I'm green. Mentally, I feel green. Account, red. That's what Perfect Ball say. He says, green team equals, what do you say? The team equals green, the accounts equal red. That's funny. Yeah, mentally I'm green because I would have been working this freaking trade right here. All right. Time to step away, guys. Lunchtime, bourbon and babysitting. I'll need to go over my trades with my psychiatrist. Yeah, where's Baron at? Baron's the psychiatrist. Where's he at? LIDR in the 40s, dude. Yep, the liquidity zone. All right. We'll be back at it again Monday morning, guys. Appreciate you. Again, hit me up if you need an eval. It's pinned up there. 5% off you can get. Otherwise, have a good weekend. I'm 50-50 on the live stream tonight. May or may not. Probably be fun for you guys because I'll be pissy and have some of that. What I got? Got a couple new bottles going. All right, we'll be back at it Monday morning. Great work to those that were green. Otherwise, keep it safe and disciplined. Don't get reckless on a day like today. I'm happy the account at least has a minus $200 max risk on a day like today. It's helpful. I don't want to draw down too much. Although I probably would have tilted out on LIDAR and would have been green on the day. We don't want to tilt. We don't want to trade tilted. Stay safe, disciplined. We'll see you guys Monday morning.